Erling Haaland is just 22 years old, but he's already done wonders in the world of football. Ever since he started playing, he has just been scoring goals and is not stopping anytime soon. He's still performing at Manchester City, scoring goals whenever he can. From the looks of it, he might just be the next big thing in football. But there is more to this young footballer. Before he got to where he is right now, there are some things that he has done that are just incredible. Some of these things are what make him who he is today. Want to know more? A lot of teams have been eyeing Haaland, but it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who made him who he is. Jadon Sancho and Haaland had a run together, and they were a devastating duo. They would tear apart a lot of defenses in Germany while playing at Dortmund. When Solskjaer was at Manchester United, they really hoped that Haaland would join their squad given the player's relationship with the coach. Apart from the fact that the two are from the same country, Solskjaer gave Haaland his first big break. When managing the Norwegian team Molde FK, Haaland has even talked about Solskjaer saying, "Ollie had a very big impact on my life and taught me a lot." Haaland then went on to reveal that Solskjaer was one of the reasons that he is the player he is today. He's a good person and a good coach. Everyone knows Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and believe it or not, Zlatan and Haaland have quite a few similarities. They are both playing in the center forward position, they are both incredibly talented, and they are both natural goal scorers. Not to mention they are both pretty tall. Zlatan stands at 6 feet 5 inches, which is just an inch taller than Haaland. On many occasions, Haaland has been called the next Zlatan. Even though they have completely different playing styles, Haaland has no problem with the comparisons. In fact, he considers them compliments. When he talked about the comparisons, he said, "I have a lot of role models and looked up to many footballers, but Zlatan is the biggest one. The way he became so good, the way he plays. He's also Scandinavian. So someone has to take over from him." Haaland has a lot of confidence, but it requires more than confidence to get into Ibrahimovic's shoes. Scoring a hat trick is one thing, but scoring 3 hat tricks is something else. Do you think it is possible? Well, Haaland has definitely done it. Haaland first became known to the world during a FIFA Under-20 game against Honduras. It was in May 2019, and Haaland magically scored 9 times. He opened the scoring in the 7th minute, and he just couldn't stop scoring. By the time the halftime whistle was blown, he had already scored 4 goals. It was in the second half that he scored the remaining 5. By the end of the game, the score was 12-0 for Honduras. Even though Norway did not make it past the group stage, Haaland still finished the competition at the highest goal scorer. He also broke the record for the most goals scored in a FIFA Under-20 World Cup game, previously held by Brazilian Adalton, who scored 6 against South Korea in the 1997 edition. After Haaland's magnificent performance at the Under-20 World Cup, many critics said it was just luck, saying that the opponents were not that good. But Haaland proved them wrong, showing what he could really do. When Haaland is playing for RB Salzburg, the team qualified for the Champions League, where Haaland would show the world what he's really made of. It was the first time in the Championship League, and he scored a hat trick against the Belgian team Genk. To make matters even worse, it was all in the first half of the game. Eventually, Salzburg won the game 6-2. This hat trick by Haaland made him the 3rd teenager after Rooney and Raul to score a hat trick in the first half of the Champions League game. He would also end up being the youngest of the 3 to do it. Even though Haaland might have changed, he hardly said a word to the press when he was still fresh in the spotlight. After his performance in the Champions League debut, Haaland responds to the questions asked with very few words. But of course, he had to add a little mischievous smile each time he spoke. This made the media very angry, but the Norwegian football player eventually got along better with them. There is nothing as interesting as figuring out what makes successful footballers such as Haaland relax or chill. How do they keep fit and prepared for games, making sure that they deliver nothing but the best performance on the pitch? What is it that they do on a regular basis to help with this? After his performance at the Champions League, his former teammate Vauber gave a clue as to what keeps Haaland going. During an interview, he recalled one night when his captain was out for a walk with his daughter while Erling pulled up next to them, listening to the Champions League anthem. But it seems as though Haaland loves the Champions League. In just 16 appearances, he had already scored 20 goals. Who knows, he might just be the next Mr. Champions League. Haaland seems to have been built for breaking records because he had already broken a record at the age of 5. This was not just any other record, it was a world record. When he was 5 years old, Haaland broke the record for the highest standing jump ever for a 5-year-old. At the height of 1.63 meters. Haaland broke this record on January 22nd, 2006. When Haaland was still at Molde, he was given the nickname Man-Child because of his body. He had an incredible adult-like physique at such a young age compared to others his age. This was because the Norwegian would spend most of his time at the gym building on his physique to get that footballer's body that he now has. When he was a teenager, his body also grew pretty fast, which is when he achieved his manly body. Now he stands at 6 feet 4 inches. There are a lot of youngsters all over the world who look up to Cristiano Ronaldo. After all, what's not to like about him? He's one of the best football players in the world, and there is no doubt about it. But for others like Haaland, he is more than a source of admiration. Haaland has gone a step further and decided to copy his diet. Ronaldo has been in the game for over 20 years and is still at the top of it. At his age, he still manages to maintain his athleticism. All this is owed to his work ethic, dedication to fitness and diet, and this is something that Haaland knows about. When Haaland's father was talking to ESPN about this, he said, "I had to be determined to make it in the game, but Erling made all the sacrifices. Leaving home at 16 to move to Molde, and he is a lot more professional than I was." He admitted he was told a story by Patrice Evra about a lunch he had had with Ronaldo wherein Cristiano had fish, nothing else. Haaland's father said that Haaland tries to do the same thing as Ronaldo, given that Ronaldo's 37 years old and still at the top of his game. Sorry, England fans, Haaland has already moved on with his life. When Haaland was growing up, he had the choice of playing for England, but he did not want to take that route. Haaland's father, Alfie Haaland, played for Nottingham Forest League United and Manchester City. But before he moved to the city, Erling was born in July 2000 while his father was still in Leeds. Given that he was born there, Haaland was eligible to play for England but chose to play for Norway instead. He has already made 12 senior appearances for Norway, scoring 7 goals. It was too late for England to poach him. So which one of these facts was the most surprising for you? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.